In our quadratic functions course, we must learn how to graph a parabola. The next step is to find the discriminant delta.
This is what example 1 looks like before we find the discriminant delta.
Delta, also known as the discriminant, is symbolized with the Greek letter delta, which is this triangle. The formula for delta is b squared minus 4ac. We have to take our a, b, and c and plug them into the formula. b is negative 3. A is 2. And c is negative 1. So we end up with negative 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 1. Negative 3 squared is positive 9. 4 times 2 times negative 1 is negative 8. So our formula gives us 9 minus negative 8, which is the same as 9 plus 8. It's 17. 17 is a positive number, and when we have a positive delta, it means we have two zeros. We have two x-intercepts, we have two roots.
This is what example 1 looks like after finding the discriminant delta. This is what example 2 looks like before we find the discriminant delta.
To find the delta of example 2, we use this formula. The discriminant delta is equal to b squared minus 4ac. Let's fill it in. B squared means 5 squared. A and C are both negative 2. We have 5 squared minus 4 times negative 2 times negative 2. 5 squared is 25. And 4 times negative 2 times negative 2 is equal to 16. Be careful with your signs in this part of the process. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Positive 4 times 4 is 16. This negative has not been dealt with yet. It's still here. 25 minus 16 is 9. My delta is 9. My delta is greater than 0. Therefore, there are two roots, or two x-intercepts, or two zeros in this equation.
This is what example 2 looks like after we find the discriminant delta. This is what example 3 looks like before we find the discriminant delta.
To find the discriminant delta for example 3, we use the discriminant formula, b squared minus 4ac. Our b is negative 4. So it is negative 4 squared. 4ac is equal to 4 times 4 times 4. Negative 4 squared is positive 16. And 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. 16 minus 64 is negative 48. Our delta is negative 48. And when delta is negative, it means there are no roots, no zeros. This is how you find delta for example 3.
This is what example 3 looks like after finding the discriminant delta. This is what example 4 looks like before we find our discriminant delta.
To find the delta, the discriminant, of equation 4, we use the delta formula b squared minus 4ac. Our b is 4. Our a is negative 1. And our c is negative 4. 4 squared is 16. And 4 times negative 1 times negative 4 is also 16. 16 minus 16 is 0. Our delta is equal to 0. And when delta is equal to 0, you have exactly one root. There is only one x-intercept, or 0, or root for this equation.
This is what example 4 looks like after we find our discriminant delta.
Be sure to watch the next video in the process of graphing a parabola, finding the vertex.